Welcome back in, everyone. My name is Naya. You all know me well here in this SPCS Series 4 scene, but tonight we have two interesting teams taking on each other. Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown taking on King's Gambit. Now, yeah, surprisingly, it's only me up on the cast tonight, but I'm going to be bringing that exciting action just like how I did earlier this week in that rookie division. But let's kind of go past in like bracket history for these two teams up on how they made it here to this specific spot, as that top four is a crazy story. But the match history, here we go. Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown and King's Gambit. You just take a look at the last couple games that they have played in the playoffs, especially, right? King's Gambit getting a 3-0 over their opponent there in the upper semis. But Bomb Pop Ballers, right? They also get a win there with a 3-1 victory over Title X. So it's going to be exciting. And the top four, if we take a look at the bracket, there are some familiar names, right? You still have, well, actually, quick update, no bracket, but I can actually just read it out for you guys. The top four, we got Wild Wind taking on Title X in our upper above, and then our below, which is Bomb Pop Ballers and King's Gambit. That it'll be this matchup here tonight. It should be super, super interesting to see what happens here. Winner moves on to the grand finals, as we all know that this grand finals bring such an excitement and joy for this SPCS series community. But let's also take a look at the rosters up on what these teams are consisting of, right? So a whole bunch of players, but don't panic, right? Bomb Pop Ballers and King Gambit. We got Frostfire, Tectonic, Dabmaster, January, Koi, Crow, Noctara, June, Didn't You See Me? All of these players are looking real fashionable for Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown here. But if you're a Bomb Pop, you don't want to melt to King's Gambit, right? So let's go over to King's here. They got Turkit, Mitsu, Sandy, Snoops, Mosey, Kenobi, Diopside. So it's going to be super, super interesting here to see what happens in between all these players that we're able to see here up on our screen right now for the roster selection. Now, not all these players are going to be playing tonight, right? Maybe they'll try and work in some substitutions throughout, but it's all the matter to tell on what the players are going through with their mindsets and how they want to play it with their macro. So yeah, if you lose here, you finish in a third or fourth spot, and I think that is very, very different from what we have from our different brackets here in SPCS, right? Like in rookie, we had a lower bracket. I believe in intermediate, we also had a lower bracket as well. But in the advanced, you're just having a full-on straight. So it's going to be super, super exciting here. It is win or go home for both of these two teams. Whoever moves on, it'll be a story to say so for themselves here for this upcoming grand final. And if Title X were to move on into that grand final, it would be a rematch of what Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown has played into them, having Bomb Pop in a 3-1 fashion. Yeah, and for the ones that kind of watched the rookie division, right? I was there. We got to see a crazy team, Eternal Big Jungus, kind of dominate up in that last Atlas map that went all the way to the 7th map. Now, I was kind of like glazing that one, right? It was such an enjoyable series overall, but you know that's what you got to do up on the broadcast, right? You want to have fun, you want to enjoy yourself, and you want to bring action to the community that is watching. So personally, I think it's going to be, once again, a really, really interesting one. Matter of fact, guys, how are y'all feeling about the new hero, Sierra? I feel like this is a crazy hero that's going to be played up in the meta here very, very shortly, especially up in EMEA, NA, APAC, OCE. There's going to be a whole bunch of stories to tell up in the regions here as all those different regions prospect in different macro play and team composition. So to see North America here tonight, maybe we'll be able to get to see that new hero being played with a couple newer heroes that were implemented in last season's story there up in Overwatch. But yeah, guys, I'm really, really excited here. Yeah, let's kind of take a look at the map here, or our bans for this one, as Bomb Pop Ballers, Meltdown, and Gambit. They are going to be pretty excited here to start up on Lijiang Tower. What do we all know about this one? It's kind of named after a pro player. Yes, Lijiang Tower. Funny name. Hey, you know what? Great Lucio map, great dive map, Brawl Rush. You could basically run whatever you want here. And this is Gambit's pick here for the Kings. But yeah, Bomb Pop Ballers, gotta be aware of the same, as they are the underdog coming up into this. If Kings get the upper hand over you, it could be a scary scenario. But no, you're banning Lucio. You ban Lucio? No. Why are you banning Lucio, my hero? Oh, okay. All right. You love doing this to Naya. You just absolutely love doing it. And you take out my favorite hero right to start the series. Bomb Pop Ballers, picking a Lucio here. Definitely not too bad of a ban. This is going to take out that speed aggression, especially for rotations. You won't need to worry about a beat matrix. But the Emre, very, very interesting choice here. Emre applies a whole bunch of damage with the ultimate, as I've seen with rotations with the speeds, either a Juno speed ring or a Lucio speed to amplify that ultimate for that extra speed with the ult, because the ult is kind of slow, but it provides a whole bunch of damage. Don't get me wrong. King's Gambit, though, not too bad of a ban. Bomb Pop Ballers as well, not too bad of a ban. I'm really, really excited to see what happens here in between these two DPS and support bans getting picked here up on both of the two sides. No tank ban to start this one off. So SPCS, how are we feeling about this? I need to know your opinions, especially with the bans here that we are getting to see. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull up the Twitch chat. I'm going to do the funny, take a look at my phone here before we roll right up in, and I'm going to pop up the Twitch, see if anyone's up in chat here. He wants to speak to Naya today, right? Yeah. Let's see what happens here. But match will be coming up here in a quick minute. It's just going to be something, right? I'm really, really excited for this. Both of the two teams want to move on here in this SPCS series for playoffs. And hey, it's Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown taking on King's Gambit. It doesn't get better than this. As if we think about King's Gambit, that's kind of in the Pokemon name, kind of, sort of speak, right? The last time I heard King's Gambit, that was whenever I was playing a Pokemon VGC tournament, and it kind of like cursed me. But thankfully, I don't have to see a King's Gambit no more. But this is going to be definitely interesting. I'm trying to think. What can we predict here in between these two teams, as the patch notes and the hero perks are kind of like amplifying a different synergy, right? I know the last couple weeks there's been reworks with a couple of the perks to the newer heroes, but the former heroes. Mercy, I mean, the whole entire army behind Mercy, people are now going up on tanks and striking because Mercy is slow. Did y'all hear about that? I mean, that's crazy stuff. Yeah. why throw comp games at this rate? Just play Mercy, right? That's what I do with Lucio, right? I just stick to Lucio. I'm 24/7 with him, but here we go. Li Zhong Tower. Now I can finally broadcast this match in the correct form as we bring ourselves right up into the Garden State. Bomb Pop Ballers, Meltdown, taking on King's Gambit. Chat, who do you have here winning this one in this semifinals, first to four in our advanced division here in this SPCS Series 4 debut. Bomb Pop Ballers and King's Gambit deciding up on some team compositions, as both of the two teams are going to be rolling out of spawn. All right, here we go. Bomb Pop Ballers and King's Gambit relying upon a Pharah. Really wondering and curious on what the Hog is going to be able to do here. King's Gambit, though, taking a rotation. King's Gambit needs to be careful. Oh, wait. You do get the Hog off the map, so Dab Master gets hit off, and Crow gets to pick here up on the Snoops. Bump up. They are adding some aggression here. But Frost gets to pick here up on the Mosey. King's Gambit down a player 5v4 scenario. Didn't you see me just taking a couple shots? So this one being a little slow here to start us off. They're trying to find these opening opportunities to lead them to such a great fight win here up on this Garden Lijiang Tower. King's Gambit, though, really wondering what this team could do for an engage as Frost. They do get Diopside, and this is a good entry pick. Can they manifest it? Oh, Snoops getting Dab Master. But Snoops dies. This is very intriguing, as Bomb Pop Ballers, Meltdown, and King's Gambit, they're matching right now in numbers, but this is still in the favor of Bomb Pop Ballers. Meltdown, they gotta be careful here up in this room, as Kenobi and Turget able to get those eliminations, but you're using the Diva Bomb. I don't know if that was a smart decision there from Turget or not. The Kenobi still has Kitsune Rush. The Kitsune Rush is getting popped from both of the two sides, but here comes that aggression that we want to see from this King's Gambit squad, and here they go. They do get a pick here up on the Crow, but will it be beneficial for them to last against this Bomb Pop Baller squad that is coming back, right? Didn't you see me? Ready to go with the Fire Barrage. Getting the pick here up on the Kenobi, and that will have to be a reset for King's Gambits. King's Gambit, though, they're going to have to try and reset up in this fight, right? They're going to have the Fire Barrage. They're also going to have the Juno Orbital Ray. But you're also going to be trying to match it up into Crow's Autocat and Didn't You See Me's Barrage. But here goes Crow, wants to take a player off the map, possibly. Oh, that's a little ugly play. Gray able to get Kenobi there. The Empire strikes back here up on Lijiang. King's Gambit. Oh, yeah, they are just getting shut down here. As this overtime, it's ticking. And it's getting contested here, but it's not going to be worthyable. As King's Gambit, they're going to be falling down here. As Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown. They get this one rolling for themselves. And hey, I saw a penguin there. Maybe I gotta put the penguin back up on the microphone. But Bomb Pop Ballers, what a team this is to start this one off. Obviously, they are the favorites coming up into this one. As King's Gambit, they are those underdogs. They could be the dark horse of this telling story. As if they can get onto the back end of Bomb Pop Ballers and make them commit in some bad scenarios, they might just be able to control this Bomb Pop Ballers squad, right? But here we go, both the two squads rocking out of the spawn here, JQ and Hog. Here we go. and Cat up on the left-hand side. With King's Gambit also rocking the carry and the Ana. You have Diopside rocking the Soj, Didn't You See Me rocking the Pharah. Kind of like how last map set went. Pop ballers though, wow. What a crazy investment that was from Diopside. Getting 2 up on the Sojourn pick. As Turget was also able to follow up on Dabmaster. So King's Gambit here, very, very well done. And now they're going to be moving forward with this point capture. Palm Pop Ballers, if you want to kind of re-engage up on this, this is your possibility to do it now, right? You're working with this quite fast backline where Crow can be annoying up on the Cat, and one person to be annoying is Dabmaster getting Surrogate. And now you have King's Gambit up in a 3v5 scenario. You have to back up here if you are Kings. And it's going to be a whole entire flip here. And the rotation is showing a big key pivotal moment for this Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown squad. Stabmaster able to get one more up on the Diop side. Kenobi 1 for King's Gambit. Mosey, probably 5 HP, but Bomb Pop Ballers, you're going to be coming back up into this one with probably Crow carrying Frost Salt of Cass. So definitely watch that one there if you are viewing this one. Dabmaster getting 2 picks there up into King's Gambits. As Kings are falling down to this Bomb Pop Ballers squad. Hey, you know what? If you had a hairdryer or something to heat that Bomb Pop Ballers squad up, maybe you can melt them from making that success happen, King's Gambit. You do have that Kitsune Rush. Maybe you can engage off of that. Maybe that's what is to melt them. But didn't you see me able to get Diopside? Kenobi able to engage with the Kitsune Rush. Mosey falling down here to Frost and King's Gambit. This is a very unlucky fight here for you. Kenobi getting the pick up on the Crow. Maybe there's still hopes here, but no. Dabmaster and Frost able to finish this one up. Bomb Pop Ballers, they do use the castle. Didn't get much there. I gotta say, I like the variety of the skins that both of the two teams are rocking here in this semi-final. As this is gonna be a tad bit laid back here for tonight's. But here goes Snoops with the blade. The nano could be massive. Able to get 2 eliminations there if you're King's Gambit. A third following off a Diopside. And here goes the Cat. Doesn't land up on the 1. Trying to contest, but there goes King's Gambit. Flipping it once more. So King's Gambit. You have Turget, Diopside, having a couple ults. Bomb Pop Ballers, Meltdown with Dabmaster. It's going to get ugly here with these 3 ultimates. With Whole Hog, you can send people everywhere. Here goes the Slash Air from Turget. Oh, the ultimate from Turget as well. Turget's not messing around. Diopside is not messing around. Snoops up in the kill feed. Diopside, Turget, Kenobi, King's Gambit. There they go. Bomb Pop Ballers. They are melting into this King's Gambit squad. It's very, very unfortunate here for a Bomb Pop, as they started pretty good here up on this secondary. But it's getting a tad bit worrisome. Tabmaster with the only ultimate ready to go, available. Moktara, didn't you see me? Coming up on 2. Dabmaster, though, following up on the Kenobi. Here goes the Whole Hog. Whole Hog going in clutch here. Frost able to follow up on the 1. Dabmaster up on the target. This is a 5v2 scenario as King's Gambit. They can't do anything about this. They need to walk back as the Sleep Dart will be up in King's Gambit, though. Will they be able to get back? Surrogate. 99. Oh, overtime now ticking. Kitsune Rush. Frost popping the castle, and that's just going to be able to shut him down. Frost, you are a madman. Making it a little skeptic out there up on the playing field. A Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown taking this first map here up in Lijiang. This Turget gets play of the game. Very interesting. King's Gambit, though, falls down 1 in the consecutive map scoreline. But Diopside, what a hit scan from this squad, right? I was really, truly impressed what I got to see there from a Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown and King's Gambit. It's going to still be one to tell, right? There was a lot of aggression on both of the two sides as some of the fights favored both the two teams. King's Gambit had some great chances to re-engaging up on the point there, as we saw up on that secondary. But the first was more favored in Bomb Pop Ballers, right? They were shutting down Kings. Kings couldn't cross the bridge, and yeah, I mean, if you're Kings, you gotta read those scenarios. And I think that's what they were trying to do there up on that secondary of Li Sheng, and they did it a lot better. And the composition that they played up in the Bomb Pop, very, very well done. I think if they were to run that next map with a tad bit of a switch up, depending up on the ban, it wouldn't be that too shabby. But I'm still very, very impressed as King's Gambit coming up into this as a underdog story with Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown. They could possibly really, really upset this series after what I just got to see. Bomb Pop Ballers, they lead this one 1-0 in the scoreline. We're just waiting up on next map. If we're thinking about the next map, it's going to be pretty interesting, right? You got a whole bunch of maps up in the map pool, right? If they want to get a hybrid, they can get a hybrid. If they want to get a push, they can get a push. Let's take a look at this. The map pool of the playoffs. So we already did our starting map, our Lijiang Tower, which is fun. It's a great one to start off of, but we're trying to be more aggressive here. We want to try and push for possibly a hybrid, possibly a flashpoint, right? If you want to get a little more brawly, if you want to go divey, you could still play dive up on hybrid, depending. That all depends. Escort, push. I mean, all the modes have great map choices here. If I had to choose something, or at least had two guesses to what these two teams could be picking for their squads, I would have to say you would either have to be a push or a flashpoint. Just due to what I got to see there. They're running a Sojourn. They have a cat, right? They want to combo some ultimates. Personally, I'm seeing this going to those two. Now, I could be wrong, and it could go to an escort or a hybrid, but you can't always have a broadcast without mistakes. That's just the reality of it, people. Map pool of the playoffs, though. A whole bunch of maps, a whole bunch of variety. As I said, flashpoint and push. That's my two predictions here going off of this one. Yeah, it's going to be just something to wait for, right? King's Gambit, that'll be their map choice. Do they want to go quick? Do they want to go slow? Do they want to play steady pace? Or do they want to match the ratio, 50-50? That is all up to King's Gambit, as they are the underdog into Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown. But yeah, Bomb Pop Ballers is getting a little worried for them there up in that map 1 of Lijiang, especially the secondary point. It looked to be that King's Gambit, they had a shot of making that a 3rd point territory. And if it would have gone to a 3rd point, there could have been some other heroes that could have amplified the back line, the mid of the line, and even a possible different tank, right? But Bomb Pop Ballers staying strong, being up on top. And King's Gambit, they just gotta find their heads back up into this one. They gotta push themselves up that hill and fight for their spot to the grand final. They know coming up into this series that they are the underdog, but Bomb Pop Ballers keeping everything their ways here for this one. Let's actually take a look at the map pick here, chosen possibly here for one or two of these teams. Our map set going over to Portugal Esperanza. When was the last time I said Portugal? It's been a while. Esperanza, though, will be the suggested map pick from these two squads. Hey, if we're heading to Esperanza, though, a lot of dive comps can be played here. A lot of rush, a lot of brawl. After seeing the things that we got to see up on map 1, it might just be the same. You might still have a cat. And we're going to take a look at the hero bands. As we're taking a look at the hero bands, oh no! I said Sojourn and Cat, and it's like they're listening to the stream. I feel bad for our production tonight. But yeah, I mean, this is crazy. It's like they got a third ear for this one. Sojourn and Cat here getting banned. So no more Fika. No more Jetpack Cat. No meow 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 meow. Or King's Gambit. But Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown picking the Soj, and King's Gambit picking the Jetpack Cats. Looking back at map 1, these two picks were very favorable. And between the two squads is it's going to be different for compositions. But if they want to play something different for backline, they most definitely can. Back up in the map set here, Esperanza going to be our secondary. Here we go, SPCS. Will they, King's Gambit, be able to match this one back up? Go 1-1 in Esperanza against their arch rivals, Bomb Pop Ballers, in this bracket format to make it to the grand final. The stories to tell. Semifinals first to 4. Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown leading this one 1-0 into King's Gambit here up on Esperanza. Really, really beautiful map, by the way. Whole bunch of scenery. It gives the vibes of Portugal very, very well. But here we go. King's Gambit taking out the cat, like how I said. Bomb Pop Ballers taking out the Sojourn. And this is kind of like what I expected from these backlines. Kiri and Lucio to go quick. This is going to be very, very reliable. Heavy to their comps. Target going to be running the Diva. Dabmaster going to be running the Hog. And we did see Dabmaster up on the Hog last map. But let's see if the Hog pick will stay for the whole entire Esperanza. Let's kick this one off here. The secondary of Esperanza starting now in between these two. King's Gambit and Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown matching it up in the mid. Bomb Pop Ballers. King's Gambit just trying to rotate around. You see this King's Gambit squad up on the above here. Take a look at the rotation though. Gambit playing a little behind this squad. They have one man left open. But here they go, re-engaging. Trying to find a pick. Forcing possible abilities. Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown. Oh, they do get a pick here up on the Kenobi. 5v4 scenario. Dabmaster up on the Snoops. Mosey. Gotta be careful. King's Gambit. Losing some more players as Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown. It's gonna go up in favor here. 10 meters and counting for this push bot here up in Portugal. Bomb Pop following up onto Mosey. Frost once more up in the kill feed. Showing blue. Yeah, I mean, Frost is going to get deadly here. Especially with the high noon coming up. Can't wait to see that. Possibly a speed here from Crow up on the Frost. We'll see here very, very shortly, people. This is still one to say what will happen as Frost is up on the upper. Doesn't get much though, as King's Gambit, they are finding ways to capitalize upon every single mistake that Bomb Pop Ballers just made there. I was a little quite confused that fight on how they staged it, but Was it the correct decision to put the cast High Noon up on the high ground? Or maybe they should have sped the High Noon and on the ground? Who knows? Bomb Pop Ballers, though. They lose a player. King's Gambit, they lose a player. It's a 4v4 scenario. Ultimates up on both of the sides. Kitsune Rush, Diva Bomb, Pulse Bomb, Emery Ult. Bomb Pop Ballers. Still in this great position here with 53. It's only a 20-meter difference. But here goes the Emery Ult. The upside with M. Dab Master. Look at Snoops popping the pulse. Doesn't find much. King's Gambit, though. They don't find the pick here with that upside. And didn't you see me? Now applying some pressure. But going right back. Fourth into the Dab Master. Ready to go with the Whole Hog. Whole Hog could be deadly. Not to say Whole Hog will be popped, but let's clutch kill. Whole Hog is actually getting popped. Pushing the Diva Bomb away. 6:45 up on the clock here. The cleanse was used. The beat was used. So much things are getting popped here from both the two. But Bomb Pop Ballers, Meltdown, King's Gambit. I would have to say, like, you have these ults, right? What do they want to do here? Do they want to aggress quick, or do they want to aggress slow? I mean, if you're Bomb Pop Ballers having this upper advantage, maybe you want to go in quick. Maybe that's your win con here for this next fight. If you're King's Gambit, maybe you want to just pop your beat matrix. Here goes the on-run ult. On-run launching up in here for Didn't You See Me? Dab Master up on the Mosey. Noctera does use the Kitsune Rush. It's a good investment there for Bomb Pop Ballers. But yeah, if you're Gambit, you gotta watch out here for Frost. They have the High Noon ready to go. Crow could easily speed that up into your back line or your front line and apply some heavy damage, but they gotta be aware of what defense matrix is up on Diva. But there goes the Diva out of mech. This is gonna be a huge stagger. Focus up on the Dab Master. The Hulk getting missed here. Dab Master able to get target. Kenobi, didn't you see me? Snoops. Oh, gets the pick up on the Frost, and now that's 3 for King's Gambit. So we're kind of more up in the favor here of King's Gambit. Who would have thought about this, chat? Bomb Pop Ballers. Oh, okay. So 5 minutes up on the clock. We're halfway there. Living on a prayer here. Up in Esperanza. Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown. And King's Gambit. A couple ultimates up on the ultimate economy. Not too much, though. It's going to be the matter of who's the better macro player here. What could Crow and Frost do here? Oh, what a pick there. That was from Frost as King's Gambit. Now they're just losing members. Frost wants more. And you know what? This is what happens when you wear a Fusion Icon skin, right? Maybe the man's a Carpe. Maybe he's playing cast for his life. Who knows? Frost signed the contract. Bomb Pop Ballers, though, they do lose Frost there. Dab Master's still alive here for the squad. Lactara coming up on to that Kitsune Rush. King's Gambit. Kenobi, Diopside, Target, gonna have those ultimates. Still awaiting this next fight here on what is going to be happening. As this one is just gonna be stalled there. Really, really interesting choice. Haven't seen this happen up in a game like this one before. Frosttail popping that one could be a huge ultimate, but here goes Diopside with that huge pressure. Target popping the ult. Or was that the remake? Who knows? King's Gambit. They're up in the lead for this one. But Dab Master's like, hey, you're not escaping this corner. No, no, no. And Dab Master's actually going to just get backed up. So King's Gambit. Look at this squad go. Now they're pushing that little robot. And it's a little unfortunate for Dab Master here. Bomb Pop Ballers. Kitsune Rush up online. Oh, but they lose. Didn't you see me? So they don't have one of their DPS here. It's going to be a 5v4 scenario. King's Gambit, such a great tone and scenario here for their squad. This is their chance to capitalize upon every single mistake. The Kitsune rush in the beat getting popped here from Bomb Pop Ballers. Dabmaster and Frost up in the kill feed. A little bit blue here. Snoopso trying to match this one. King's Gambit. They want to stay alive here, but they don't. Oh no. Dabmaster. You know, this is a player to watch out for if you're up in this advanced division. I've covered Dab a whole bunch of times. And the things I've seen from Dabmaster, it gets a little ugly. But the things that I'm seeing from King's Gambit, there's a high probability that this team could come back, right? Of course, King's Gambit, they're coming up on that Pulse Bomb. They're also coming up on the Diva Bomb. And they're going to have the beats. So they're going to have stuff to work with in these last 2 minutes. As didn't you see me with the Emre ultimate? Well, with the on-run. Target taking out the on-run. Didn't you see me playing that hero? Frost now wants to apply some pressure. Missing the shots up on the carry. Kenobi, though, getting taken out. As Frost just getting deadly up in the kill feed. Pulse Bomb up on... Wow. Okay, so the Pulse Bomb sticks. Dabmaster's popping the whole hog. But Dabmaster gets picked? Okay. King's Gambit. You might have a shot here. You're sitting at 78. You could get back into that 100 territory. One pop ballers, here we go. Now you got to defend against this motivative squad of King's Gambit. Now they're pushing this your way. They got the M-Ray ultimate here from Diop side. Snoop's halfway to a Pulse Bomb. We know how quick a Tracer could build that one. It's going to be the matter of who forces the abilities first. Diop side getting the speed in from Mosey. Oh, this could be huge. Huge benefits there. Mosey able to get 2 up in the kill feed. When is the last time you get to see a Lucio pop off like that? And Diop side able to get 2 with the MAL. They got to escort this bot. They only got 20 seconds. They do get the pick here up on the Dabmaster. There goes the bot moving. Now at 80. Needs to approach 90 here in the next 10. Bomb Pop Ballers making a switch here. Dabmaster up on the Diva. 3 ultimates up on the board for this economy. Frost, Noctara, Crow. Noctara, Crow popping the 2. Overtime now ticking here in Portugal. Esperanza, Frost getting deadly with it. Getting Mosey. 5v4 scenario. Kenobi wants to shoot back with this one. 5v3 scenario. Gambit losing members. Kenobi still alive. Target. What can Target do? Pop and bomb. Will that get any value? The Tracer does touch, but the Diva is still there, and the bot is running away. Bomb pop. They win it. Gambit. They lose it. What a close one, though, here up on this City Streets, Portugal. Here up in Esperanza. Bomb pop ballers. You know, as I said, you know, maybe this squad was in the zone. But maybe King's Gambit was shot through the heart. But low-key, it's kind of not too late for King's Gambit, right? You can really get back up into this. As you're taking a look at the stat line, King's Gambit having some great damage there. Comparing it to Dabmasters. Having 2k over. So, quite interesting there. As Bomb Pop Ballers, 2-0 against King's Gambit. I think for my safety here, we're going to take a bio break. Naya needs a water hydration key moment. But here we go. Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown sitting at a 2-0 favor against King's Gambit, everyone. So definitely stay tuned in this Advanced Division series with this wonderful caster, Naya. I will catch you guys very, very shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. I am your caster for tonight, Naya, and this series, which is a little more dominant favored over Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown, but King's Gambit closing in for a close one there in the city streets of Portugal Esperança. Very, very close there towards that ending of that map 2. But now we're waiting up on that map 3. And before we launch ourselves up into the map 3, I just want to take a look at this bracket one more time upon how both of the two teams have made it here tonight. So you're taking a look at King's Gambit. They take a win in their first round of this playoffs against a team that actually forfeited. And you gotta think, right? Is that the best way to start in a playoffs bracket? I'm unsure, but if we're really thinking about it, you take a look at King's Gambit, they're still fighting and fighting and fighting for their lives, and they make it to where Bomb Pop Ballers, they're also popping off too, right? So both of the two teams, you're taking a look at it, 3 1s, 3 0s across the scoreline. Stuff's looking really, really sweet for both of the two. And I didn't say sweet because of the popsicle. I'm not throwing a pun out there, guys. But yes, still very, very intriguing series here as Bomb Pop, they're ahead up above 2, right? But King's Gambit, they could easily shoot back, chat. Definitely support for this squad as that Esperança really, really close. And, you know, whenever you have Naya up on the cast, stuff gets close. We saw it here up in the rookie division, and we're going to see it here tonight, okay? Maybe it won't go map 7, but, you know, maybe King's Gambit will be able to get a couple maps and possibly take this one and reverse them for themselves here. But King's Gambit, what do they need to do to kind of get back up into this one? As we know what is next up and coming here for King's Gambit and Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown. But yeah, if you're King's Gambit, you need to be doing something a little quicker into what Bomb Pop Ballers compositions are providing into your own compositions. But Havana Unana. Naya says it again here up in SPCS Series 4. We're heading to Havana in this series. Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown. They are now going to entertain us here against King's Gambit, unless if King's Gambit can shoot the ball up into the hoop and have the bomb pop melt there up on the ground, as we are seeing it up in their logo. Widowmaker and Kiriko getting bans here. Kiri always being up in the scene here, up in competitive Overwatch, especially the esports scene itself, professional, collegiate, semi-pro. Very, very good hero to implement in any team composition. The Widowmaker got us to adjust up on this ban. Definitely not too bad at all, right? Big hero to be playing here. A lot of courtesy for damage. Great for long range. Good for sights as well. But do you see a Widowmaker getting played 24/7 up on Havana? Maybe, maybe so. All depends upon the player. The long range heroes. Havana's the map for it. As we're going to be entering this one. Havana Unana. King's Gambit, some map pick. This map set 3 of this best of 7. Havana in between these two. This map 3 is going to be really, really exciting. Definitely stick around as we are now going to launch up into Havana. And here we go. King's Gambit in Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown. Taking it on in Havana Unana. Bomb Pop Ballers and King's Gambit rocking a Sigma in their comps. And Crow back up on the cat. Noctara playing the Life Weaver. Hey, this is fun. We're also getting to see the new hero, Sierra, getting played here by Didn't You See Me? It's Bomb Pop Ballers. They're trying something new here. But Meltdown, This is a very, very interesting team composition. Are they gonna rock with this? Very, very interesting backline. The first time that I'm gonna be able to see this here up in the Advanced Division or SPCS alone. Any league scene. Zenyatta and Cats for Meltdown. But they lose their Wu Yang, and Noctara is shutting me up, getting the headshot. And now it's a 5v4 scenario. King's Gambit in the bad end here. Kind of up in the deep. Bomb pop ballers. They also gotta watch out too. Got the upside up on that other side. King's Gambit still in this scenario of just getting backed up. It's like they're getting played up against the wall here, and they can't move. They're getting bullied by this bomb pop baller squad. Tabmaster able to find a hit here from Snoops. Nice bomb pop ballers. Supply some great heal in there if you're Crow. Make sure that everyone is consistent and ready to go for this next fight. But just like that, bomb pop ballers, take a look at how much space was given to them. Not even a single aggressive push from this King's Gambit squad. Not too sure if they're a little scared there against what ballers are bringing out, but gotta worry. Here goes Gambit though. Oh, but they're not going to be able to find much. Stabmaster getting a good ult there to apply some damage up onto the line of King's Gambit. Down 3 here, if you're Gambit. Now down 4. But there goes Ballers. Still such a great, constant proficiency. Right? 4:35 up on the clock. As Crow has ult. Tara, Frost, didn't you see me? It's gonna be 4 ults. But here goes Crow. And how deadly that cat could go. It's Tara able to get the pick up on the diopside. The BAP window getting popped here by Kenobi. Damage. Oh, didn't you see me? Going crazy. It's like they were told that they didn't get seen. And King's Gambit, they didn't even see it coming. Bomb pop ballers having a huge ultimate there, as now that's leading to a fight win, and that's 5 minutes and 25 seconds up on the clock for them, and they are proving to their opponent that that was our secondary, and we're gonna move into this third with so much strength over what their defense is. King's Gambit, they're getting super worried here. Target ready to go with their ult. Mosaic, Snoops, Diopside, also gonna have the ultimates here for Gambit. But here goes Frost. It's gonna get deadly. Doesn't apply up on much. Frost getting Kenobi. Frost needs to be careful. Getting answered possibly. Oh, Snoops. I'm gonna get Frost. Didn't you see me? I'm on the target. Pump up ballers. They still gotta be careful though. Even though that they have this much time in the King's Gambit, they could really pull an ego mistake here. They could truly make an ego thing happen. King's Gambit. They have these ults coming back, and maybe this is the tide to change here. Tapmaster able to get the rock kill up on the Snoops. Snoops resetting here now for King's Gambit. Able to re-engage up on this right-hand side. But here goes Snoops getting caught up in to Dabmaster's ult, getting shut down. And Diopside. The last hopes are all up on you, buddy. King's Gambit. They're falling down short. The Bomb Pop Ballers, they're still getting consistency with their picks. Just take a look at how low the line was for the supports, right? Able to get healed back up, though, if you're Bomb Pop. Diopside, now switching over to the Ash, having a little bit more long range. You're not going to be working with Dynamite now. You also have Deflex here from Snoops. Target ready to go with ult. Kenobi. Oh, here goes the cat, dropping him up into the abyss. As they are now taken for a swim now. Crow, didn't you see me up the kill? Fade, Bomb Pop Ballers, making it all red. As it is absolutely a massacre out up on this playing field. Yes, the round 1 is completed. Bomb Pop Ballers just take a look at the stat line, comparing it to King's. King's Gambit, struggling there. But attacking and defending up on maps like these can easily change. Absolutely. As here we go. They're going to now reset here. And if you're a viewer, you're really truly wondering, are they going to make any swaps? Is King's Gambit going to be doing the same thing into Bomb Pop Ballers? Or are they going to be pulling something else out and switching up this series? It all depends upon these players' mindsets here. It's King's Gambit, they're setting up for their phase of events here. Bomb Pop Ballers, they're easily getting ready for this. They're saying that, hey, we got an excellent attack plan. We could provide an excellent defending plan now here up on Havana. Gambit, though, this is the time to shine. To be a shooting star up in the sky and hope for a wish into this Bomb Pop Baller squad that they can make a comeback. Here we go. Semifinals, first of four. King's Gambit up on their attack phase now. Defense phase wasn't as much favored up into theirs. But Bomb Pop Ballers, they have been dominant throughout the series so far, but as I'm saying it, Snoop's up in the kill feed with 2, applying more diopside. King's Gambits. And now, King's Gambit is gonna flip it and say that we can shoot back up into this one and prove to our opponents that we are still up in this series. Bomb Pop Ballers trying to rotate back up into this one. The semifinals has been pretty interesting in between the two here up in this advanced division. Sick Rock getting missed. Bomb Pop Ballers with Crow getting diopside. Losing your Emre isn't the smartest decision there, but Target able to get Dam Master. Bomb Pop Ballers don't have their main tank. This could be a great way to engage here if you are King's Gambit. Kenobi able to get Crow here. Crow dead. Didn't you see me dead? By Snoops. Frost able to get Kenobi. As this payload is escorting to that first point. And now, this is gonna be a different scene from the Gambit side. So here we go, right? King's Gambit. Now they're setting up in a nice comfy position, right? 450 up on the clock. They're taking some nice angles. And they're reading these, rotations and positions that Bomb Pop wants to make. But you get to see it here with Target applying that pressure, dropping back down to the escorted payload. Diopside able to get Noctara. Crow getting some shots taken to the cat. But King's Gambit, they still look really threat here. As the Emre ult getting popped. Oh, Frost, what are you doing? I mean, you're freezing yourself up in that one. Couldn't do anything. Staying still up in the corner you were. Noctara, Crow, popping the 2. Dab Master. Making themselves look like a master out there. Yes, yeah. Bomb Pop Ballers. They say no to that one. Even though Frost messed up the ult. Dab Master clutched it up here for Bomb Pop. 350 up on the clock here for this attack. Defending has been well here from Bomb Pop. Dab Master ready to go with the ult. Didn't you see me? Also coming up with the Sierra. King's Gambit ready to go with 3. They have the high advantage here. Making the rotation over to the right-hand side. Possibly Sonar. Target getting the rock here up in the Frost. Here goes Dab Master. Wants to apply some pressure up on the back. Does apply. Hits the rock. But now getting backed up here. As Target still applying so much. Diopside. Oh, getting Dab Master. But that's going to go back up into them. Target able to get the melee. Didn't you see me? And now we're at 3 minutes. Bomb Pop Ballers still settling really, really comfortable here up in this King's Gambit squad. It seems to be every time Gambit wants to have something working for themselves up on this secondary, the ballers really read the scenario. Here goes Didn't You See Me, ready to go with the Sierra. A target, here we go. This could be a threat. Does it land up on much? Does find one, but the sleep dart is huge with the anti. Bomb pop ballers. Sitting up in a great position here. Target, rotating around the payload. You have the Hanzo up on the top end. Applying some great pressure, but Didn't You See Me stopping Snoops. And Didn't You See Me once more up on the diop side. Bomb pop ballers. Gotta still be cautious here. The things I've said about building an ego up on Havana is still a story to tell. King's Gambit. Oh, yeah. It's getting shut down. It's been good tries here, good efforts for this King's Gambit squad. But as I said, you know, with the rotations and how they're positioning here, the ways they want to use their ultimates, they just want to be a little more quicker. Into bomb pop. They have to read the scenario first, though, before they pop them. This bomb pop has been doing that one well. There goes the dragons with the nano up onto Frost. Crow able to find the pick here up on the Kenobi. Frost able to find the pick up on the outside. So been all red here. As I'm once saying it again, it's a massacre up in this playing field. But this is really, really interesting now, right? Having this one-sided team, right? Bomb pop ballers up in the King's Gambit. Not to say anything about King's Gambit wrong here, as they're applying some great pressure. That 1 minute is gonna possibly be a struggle into what Bomb Pop has if they push it all to 3. Snoop's cooking here. Up on the Freya. Love to see the classic cars there up on Havana. Take a look at that pressure. The trade-off there. Oh, Croak in red. Needs to be careful. Does get up into the room. But I think Target knows that Crow's there. Target throwing the rock up into the window. Crow taking some shots at Target. But Mozzie able to get Crow. Final 15 in this Havana Unana. Snoops Mosey. Now turning blue here up in the kill feed. Bomb pop ballers. Frost at 1. Diopside now finding that pick. King's Gambit sitting in a nice position. Overtime now ticking. So depending if they will touch here. Nope. Not gonna be the scene here for Bomb Pop. So here we go. 1:25. It's more likely that we are going to be seeing this squad possibly defend it all here if you are Bomb Pop. But Diopside! Diopside still cooking! Diopside! Yo, Diopside is insane right now! Get the 5th one Diop! Oh, King's Gambit showing who the king is! The crown is not dropped here yet! As Gambit, they're fighting for their hopes and dreams in this series, and that's how it's been since map 1, but that truly does depict the series there after that ult was shown. How one person can change the tide. King's Gambit, oh, such an unlucky ultimate there. Oh, final 30. What a mistake that was by Diopside being that most valuable player here in the last couple seconds. Diopside still cooking. Diopside for King's Gambit. King's Gambit doesn't even want to lose Diopside here up in these last couple because this is the player that is making this scene happen for this 3rd consecutive point for this Havana. They want to keep this alive, and Diopside needs to stay alive. Here goes Frost with the Emery ult. Oh, just focusing Diop, knowing that that's the threat. And Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown now shredding their opponent and absolutely obliterating them to fashion. Frost, Bomb Pop, finishing that one well. As now it is a fashionable scoreline. King's Gambit 0. Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown in the third here. So 0-3. Bomb Pop, such a great high advantage game. As you gotta kind of feel bad for this King's Gambit squad. Things are working for King's Gambit, don't get me wrong. I like what I'm seeing here from Diopside on this squad, right? And it's just like the stuff isn't going to plans, right? You can't just have one person up on a team do that solo man job. It needs to be a whole entire team's job. But that next map will be all dependent upon who will be moving forward to that grand final. So, maybe it'll be the last one. Maybe we'll still be here up on the broadcast. Who knows? Story is still to tell. As that Havana getting close there. As I think if you're Bomb Pop, maybe you want to ban the Emre. As they read the threat pretty well enough there. Up in that third and secondary. But if they take out the Emre, what is Diopside going to play? Does Diopside now switch over to a Sojourn? Go back to previous pick, then what was the Sojourn? It's going to be truly interesting to see what happens. As I thought Diopside was the one to do it for King's Gambit there. But the story is not over yet. The book is not fully written. It's still survival here for King's Gambit. They want to fight for their life here in this one. As now it's reverse sweep territory. It's getting a little unlucky here. But Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown. What a team this is. Stopping King's Gambit from building synergy there up in the last couple maps, right? Esperanza, close series. Havana, close series. But a dominant series up on map 1. So, don't get me wrong. King's Gambit, they're kind of showing like a Gen G. They're coming up into these scenarios and they want to take them like we're going to be winning these fights. And they're going up in with a nice synergy. But is the synergy showing against what Bomb Pop Ballers is bringing into them? Not so likely. Unless if they're finding those great things, right? And that's kind of what we saw there towards the end, where the synergy was really, really building over what the synergy was of Bomb Pop Ballers. That's what I'm saying, right? So if King's Gambit could be a lot more quicker than Bomb Pop Ballers here in this next set, they're going to be set ready. And they'll be moving on here and throughout the rest of the series. Because the only threat that I'm seeing here is Bomb Pop Ballers. They're being a little more patient. They're reading the scenario of, oh, King's Gambit, they're going to use this ultimate. They're reading them. They're all tracking. They're positioning well. King's Gambit, as I said, they're pulling a Gen J. They got to get out of the Gen J phase and heading to a hybrid. Maybe this is the best opportunity for you, as we will be having that map pick here very, very shortly for the community. But if I'm telling a team that they're Gen J, that's still to hold an account that they're still playing some nice pro play. So definitely pat yourselves up on the back there. But King's Route, the old-fashioned KR here up in this one, as this is going to be such an exciting one. Can't wait to see this one happen, as King's Route applies a lot of consistency throughout your team communication, right? And if you don't provide a lot of the comms, and if stuff falls short, like how we've been seeing up in the series, King's Gambit might just be out for the running here. But you know what they say, the tortoise does beat the hare up in the races. So maybe King's Gambit warming up here a little slow in this series, taking on Bomb Pop. But this is what I'm talking about, guys. Anything's doable. Anything's possible. This is Overwatch. And King's Row is the next map. King's Row being Scrim's Row. Many of the players are very much familiar. So much compositions getting played here, but let's take a look at the bans for this next one before we launch ourselves into KR. As Diva is going to be getting picked, and Farah is going to be getting picked. Very, very interesting bans here. As if we're thinking about it, these aren't too bad, right? You take Farah out, you're not going to have to worry about a barrage. You won't even have to shoot at something up in the sky either. Because taking out the Diva, you're not going to also have to worry about a Diva bomb flying right at you. Like launching a Poké bomb, old school days OWL. But looking back at how the bans have been persistent, both the two teams have been doing pretty good. Alright, here we go. King's Row for this one here. We're all locked in, chat. Guys locked in. The SPCS community is locked in. And these two teams are locked in here. Up on KR. KR here. Entry. King's Gambit's pick. They got King up in the name. Can it be their row for King's Gambit? Can they fill it with the big J? As you're saying, Lijiang Tower, Esperanza, and Havana up in the favor there. But here, wake out. King's Gambit and Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown in what could be the last match of this series. A truly dominant one, but a closer end one for both the two teams in the last two matches that we've played. Esperanza, true spectacular one. We all thought King's Gambit was gonna make a thing happen there, pushing it back. The city streets of the old school UK, London. Captain KR. Here goes the teams rocking and rolling. Here up in King's Row. Target rocking the Arisa. Dabmaster up onto the line. King's Gambit. This is your time to shine here in King's Row. What will they do? We will have to wait and see as Crow and Bomb Pop Ballers, they find the pick. Frost able to get Mosey here. Dabmaster. Applying some pressure. King's Gambit. They're losing some members here, and you gotta worry for this King's Gambit squad, right? It's match point. King's Gambit needs to get back up onto this, and I like the pressure there from Target, but you can't do it by yourself. So nice way to reset here if you're Target. Grappled here by Didn't You See Me? Bastion Rain, basically the barrage of Bastion. King's Gambit. Making this one a little bit confusing here. A lot of ultimates up on the board here for Bomb Pop Ballers as they have so much stuff going for them in this entry. It still feels like the entry up on how fast this has been going. It's only been an hour and 19 minutes, folks. We've only gone 3 maps played. Target able to follow up on the Crow here. 5v4 scenario. Could be King's Gambit's chance to strike back into that one, but look at who strikes back. Shatter from Dabmaster. The last time I seen that was up at a grand final. And it went successful, but it did not go successful there. Mosey able to get the boop there. Double on 2, Didn't You See Me? Bomb Pop Ballers. Making this one pop. Making it look funky. As if they are dancing up on the dance floor. And grooving it out to some jams. Didn't You See Me? Popping the Bastion ult. Wants to apply some missiles. Step onto King's Gambit. A tie up side. This is a player for King's Gambit as we were seeing up in Havana. That's a crazy work from this player. But Diopside getting picked here by Dabmaster. I think Bomb Pop Ballers are soon realizing that is the threat of this squad, and if you let Diopside run away with that value, which led to the blue kill feed, it's gonna get deadly. And as I said, right, if an ego builds, once again, if that ego builds, it's gonna get ugly. Bomb Pop Ballers, you gotta be careful here. They don't want to melt down. They want to stay up. They don't want to be up in the sun, they want to be up in the shade. King's Gambit popping that Beat Matrix Emray ultimate here. Getting popped here by Diopside. Diopside going up on the Dabmaster. Dab down here, but Noctara down as well. Frost reading Diopside. Bomb Pop Ballers kind of getting stumped there. Big raid. That's Crow. A little unfortunate there with the kennel. But this is a great hold here from a team that is sort of struggling against Bomb Pop Ballers, right? King's Gambit. This is now your time to shine, and they're doing it well here up on KR. Here goes the possible flying shatter. We might be able to see it by Diopside and Kenobi getting the two up in the kill feed. It's a blue already. Bomb Pop Ballers trying to hit a sleep there. Kenobi up on the Crow. Dabmaster, Frost, having the two, didn't you say, mate? King's Gambit. Snoop's target, ready to go. But here goes Dabmaster, ready to go with the Reinhardt Shatter. Going through the room here. Interesting choice, but didn't you see me able to apply that Bastion ultimate? Will we be able to see the Shatter? It's all question marks here. Dabmaster. Oh. Getting a little masterful there from Dabmaster. But a minute and 10. You see how much time King's Gambit took off the clock there. That is truly impressive from a squad that is struggling.
60 seconds.
King's Gambit. Oh, this is gonna be deadly. Oh no, don't do it, Dab. Don't do it. Don't hit the... Oh no, Dab. Dab's gonna do it. Oh, he's gonna say something, but that's gonna go right back at him. Frost, Diopside up in the kill feed. You don't have Dabmaster. Diopside up on the Frost. Bomb Pop Ballers, they're losing players. Mosey, they want to use the Enviro. And I mean, this is just rough here for Bomb Pop. Now you have Dabmaster up on the big old Samoan man, Malka. And wow, that did not play out well for Bomb Pop. What a change in scenario. Noctara coming back here. Just a way to throw out ultimates there if you're Bomb Pop. And this is going to be something that is going to be bad for them, right? Target Kenobi going to have ults, but with Diopside falling down, this is going to get worrisome. Noctara up onto Dabmaster with the Nano. Target wants to go super, super quick up into this, as they need to. But overtime now ticking, and that is gonna flip. Who would have expected that? King's Gambit had the upper hand in ultimates, and they played it in not the best of fashions. Bomb Pop Ballers now moving it to the secondary with a minute and 25 seconds. Guys, we've been seeing some shenanigans here up on KR. King's Gambit. What can they do with this name? Oh no, Crow getting a little deadly. Oh, Diopside. It's a pressure. Oh, what a flick that was with the camera. Oh, once more Diopside. That's good stuff here. Yeah, King's Gambit, this is good. I think what I'm saying. Bomb Pop Ballers, they're now up in a struggle. Even though that they have these 2 ults. Gotta think. Are they gonna even be able to use them? Y'all know what happened when Blizzard was popped here from King's Gambit. There goes the Bastion Barrage. Frailts. Bullet shot landed up in from Bomb Pop. Up onto Kings and Dab Master. Doing the job that they have most definitely done throughout this whole entire series. Pushing King's Gambit back, and now it's the question, will King's Gambit be able to get even back up onto this? They do have a Lucio. Can they hit some people off the map? They do get Dab Master out, and the Nano getting amplified here up on the Bastion. They're still alive here if you're King's Gambit, but it's not going to matter. As now, Bomb Pop Ballers. This is just, yeah, they're just falling off the map now for fun. Bomb Pop Ballers. They get taken down to 0. Not a lot of people probably would have expected that one. As King's Gambit, well done there up on the defense. So yeah, as I said, you know, King's Gambit, they are slowly improving in this series. But is that improvement going to show here up on their attack? As it needs to be, it's match point territory for Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown. And if their attack doesn't go to plan, and if they don't push it 3 with a extra time bank, well, even though if we do see an extra time bank, we might be seeing a tie here up on KR. Did we ever think about that one, Naya? I did not. King's Gambit taking on Bomb Pop Ballers, taking a look at a couple of these heroes up on the team comps. Didn't You See Me? I really do like this Bastion that Didn't You See Me has been providing for Bomb Pop Ballers. It's been well. It's been great up in the comp that they've been consisting of different DPS and tank support heroes. King's Gambit, though, they're going to be rocking with a Widowmaker right off the spawn door, so let's see if that gets anything. Jump in there. They knew that there was a Widowmaker, so they backed up. But here goes King's Gambit. The upside back up on the Emre, truly known. Master up in. Flying Bastion. Oh, the Flying Bastion's gonna get sent down. Noctara hitting the headshot here up on the Mosaic. King's Gambit. Bomb Pop Ballers, Meltdown. This is very intriguing still. The Tau. As that Doomfist is super aggressive there up on the top. The top end getting a little worrisome. Punch in the Lucio right up into the golden statue. You call that one a trophy, folks. Bomb Pop Ballers. Just look at them go. Noctara up in the kill feed. Noctara! The team kill. Carry. They're doing something. Bomb Pop Ballers are doing something to King's Gambit right now, and it's getting a little scary. 240 up on the clock here. Oh no, the Flying Bastion once more. They just want to farm content at this point. Didn't you see me? Gonna make for a room rotation. Tabmaster, wanna go up here through the back. King's Gambit trying to make a rotation happen, but they need to be aware of who's behind them. Didn't You See Me? We'll have the ultimate Bastion here very, very shortly. Oh, when we lost connection of the game server. Oh no. Hopefully that wasn't like a whole entire like game server crash. Hopefully we can get back up in. That was just a possible self-DC. But I guess a good time to kind of talk about this KR, right? Oh wait, Prod, do we know? Is it a full disconnection? Try and make confirmation. KR is definitely something as a question here up in the air, as that was a possible full server disconnection, but we're going to see if we can try and reconnect here. Okay, so we just got word that it is a kind of like an issue throughout the game there, as it is a private game and they can't get back up in. So no worries. I believe we do have a role for this. It's pending, unless if it's still going up in, but we just got word we should be all good for this action to commence once more here up in KR. And yeah, guys, hopefully your night's going well, you know, joining in to a solo cast from me and myself and Naya. Yeah, I'm here alone. Not the song alone, but I'm here alone. Yeah, it's fun here doing solo casts. Is it a lot of work? Yes. But is it cool to get the community up on your shoulders? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what else happens here up in this SPCS Series 4. Especially up in the Advanced Division, right? We might honestly be seeing a Title X rematch here with Bomb Pop Ballers. We are back up and running as King's Gambit. They have this going for themselves. Here we go. King's Gambit. Oh no, Diopside. We know that Diops has done these things many times before. Oh, and here we go. Mosey, Noctara. Get 2 trades there. Meteor Strike here from Dabmaster, and who will that land up on? Oh, right up into the Lucio. Hit the noggin. And Dabmaster. Oh, that is a good way to get out. Turget must be upset. But Dabmaster still applying some pressure. Reading that scenario very well. Good way to cleanse. Kenobi able to read that one, but Kenobi getting picked here by Dab. Didn't you see me pop in the Bastion? And Dabmaster seems to be Bomb Pop now stopping King's Gambit here. As one would once say up in our Twitch chat, small indie dev moment. I fully agree with you. King's Gambit having 2 ultimates here. Target hitting the headshot. Yeah, I mean, it's a little back and forth here. Definitely trains back in here. Dabmaster, I mean, just showing what they could do here. Truthfully, up on this Doom pick. Not being worried to even get pulled out of the fight or get picked. Just one to love to push the aggression phase for this Bomb Pop squad. So now you got Meteor Strike. Who will this hit up in the noggin? Ooh. And that's applying some pressure. Taking it to the room there. Not the ring. As Snoop gets picked there. The upside, getting the pickup on the Dabmaster. So trade for trade there. 1:10 up in the kill feed. Up on the gaming clock there. Semifinals has been very much in favor of Bomb Pop Ballers. As it's been 3-0. It's been a very scary one. Here goes the Frost here from Bomb Pop Ballers. The Kitsune Rush here from Noctara. Noctara up on the die upside. Frost not finding much. But Kenobi and Snoops, they got those 2 ultimates that Bomb Pop Ballers just used. And when will we see those? That is the question that is thrown up into the air. King's Gambit. Such up in a struggle here. 28 seconds now remaining up in this KR. It reminds you, this was their map pick. Snoops from Kings. Kenobi from Kings as well. They got aggress here with those 2 ultimates. Those are going to be the most important ultimates up in this next fight. Target able to entrance this one really well. Target once up on that. Didn't you see me? Snoops getting that one pick up with the Noctara. Target once more. And Bomb Pop Ballers, they have been taken down. Going down the stairwell. If you are Bomb Pop. Not climbing back up. But now you're back at the top of the stairs because you got a reset. King's Gambit having 120. Did you see me though? Getting the headshot up on the diopside. Mosey target. Could be threats here from this King's Gambit squad. The boop. One pop ballers. Dab Master up in the room here. We know how good this could go. Oh, crazy stuff here. Did you see me popping off? Oh, the trap! Oh, target, you're not going anywhere. Oh, Frost and Corral having some masterful picks there. Final 35 seconds of this KR, what could be a massive sweep for Dab Master's Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown squad. Final 25 now. King's Gambit needs to get back up into this fight. It's all or nothing. Now or never. The upside popping that one up on the Emre. Needs to be careful. Gets picked. But they do get a trade here. 4v4 scenario. Nectara. Bomb Pop Ballers there in a risky scenario. Take a look at that HP. Target getting picked. No whole hog. King's Gambit. Snoops doesn't find anything. Overtime ticking. And Snoop's able to find Dab Master. Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown. They're still alive. Frost able to get Mosey. And then overtime, they gotta be careful. No, somebody needs to be up on cart there. They cannot roll off. They gotta also be careful of the respawn door, as that is so close to their doors there. The upside Snoop. They might just fully push this. It's gonna be so close here to say. Diopside once more, getting so much up in the kill feed. Mosey. Oh, and King's Gambit. They shock the world. They shock the community here up in SPCS. And they absolutely are showing their best here up in KR, pushing it all the way and trying to have a hope and stay alive in this series against Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown. This has been a crazy roller coaster ride for myself broadcasting this KR, as so many things have gone so many different places. But King's Gambit, they could easily come back here. But now with both of the two teams capping at 0, you now gotta think. You got both time up on both sides. You don't have Bomb Pop Ballers now sitting at 0. Not time potential. No more, unless if we don't see any point capture progress.
I got a short memory, except for when I'm old.
But I don't think they would want to do that for Naya. As somebody did say, hey, map 8 or map 9 series, heading up into this one. Thankfully, that one didn't go the way of that prediction. But here goes King's Gambit. Up on the defense here against Bomb Pop Ballers. Overtime now ticking here up in KR. The minute now starts here for Bomb Pop. Pressure up onto the Malga. Target applying some pressure up onto the back line. Entering in. Not being afraid. Stay upside, able to have a nice read there. Kenobi. Snoops. King's Gambit, they're reading this scenario really, really well. They know their comprehension. 23 seconds now. As now what it looks to be Bomb Pop Ballers, they're scavenging right now. They're flipping pages. What can they do to get back up into this one? 7 more seconds. Needs to be a quick one here. Will they be able to get one up on? This one will be contested here by Bomb Pop. Overtime now ticking here up in the overtime stage of KR. Target getting solo, but the immortality could be huge. Oh, but the off step there! Getting 0! People, who would have thought this? King's Gambit might just have the opportunity of getting a map off of Bomb Pop Ballers. Meltdown here. Up on KR. And possibly getting back into the series, right? For draws, if y'all are wondering, we play it out with both of the two teams sitting at the same record as they were before. So if it's still sitting 0-3 after this one, we play an extra map unless Bomb Pop Ballers wants to move forward and get that fourth.
There's always science to
Here we go, though. 20 seconds.
barrier activated.
My 26 viewers of this stream here tonight. Respect to you all showing up here for the Advanced Division. King's Gambit. Now this is the time to shine here against Bomb Pop Ballers. 1 minute up on the clock. And here we go. Perks are up quite here. Up on both the two sides. This is going to get deadly. King Gambit. Oh, the Kings could be shining. Oh, die-ups. Oh, die-upside. This is crazy stuff. Frost, though, able to find answers. This is going really, really quick here. For both the defense and the attack. Final 30. And King's Gambit, they're the first one to strike up on this point. Will the Zarya be able to get back there? Oh, the Bastion's going to be able to spray and do some work. Getting contested here by the Zarya. The Cat trying to amplify some heals up on the Zar. Dabmaster needs to stay alive. Here goes King's Gambit and Target. Target getting Dabmaster. Dabmaster couldn't even find an answer to it. King's Gambit now reading every single scenario in line on this Bomb Pop squad. But Frost, Kenobi... Oh, no! Is this what it's going to be? Don't be a draw here up on KR. Overtime ticking. Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown. King's Gambit. Bomb Pop, now they are leading this one, and now it's going to be a draw in KR. It's going to be a draw in KR. They really want Naya to die. They want Naya to die. Yeah. Chat, my voice is gonna be dead after this one. We'll have to take a break after this. What a one that was. And between this, I mean, this squad, absolutely disgusting. As Bomb Pop Ballers melt down. Dabmaster, do something. Save the life of Naya here. Or King's Gambit. Oh, yeah. What a showing there up in stats. That's the respect there to King's Gambit, though. What a showing there that was from both the two. Draw up on KR. We discussed it, but we are going to be taking a 5-minute break here for my individual voice and the caster here alone up on the desk and booth here for this SPCS Series 4 Advanced Division match. So definitely stay tuned, everyone, as we will be covering the score of 0-3 Bomb Pop Ballers ahead of King's Gambit. All right, guys, welcome back up. And my name is Naya. And yes, I am rocking the shades for this next upcoming map. So for the ones that are joining in, yes, I did get some water. I'm still alive and I'm still very well hydrated. Yeah, it's been a tough one. Definitely don't try this by yourself. Yeah, KR, that one was a tie in between both the two teams. So now the teams are going to be moving on and choosing a next map. I believe that is how it works. So it should be pretty interesting alone. But yeah, no more of the KR. You're gonna have to pick a different mode. It's probably most likely going to be a flashpoint, and having this series go this long and having it be a little back and forth, King's Gambit, they almost had a showing there, right? And I think Saravasa, this is the time to shine. And talking about Saravasa, you can kind of double down like how I doubled down with my glasses right there. Oh, yeah, I cooked there. I cooked. Yeah, Naya was fashioned there. Yeah, Saravasa, this next one. So many good compositions that you could run here. Malka could be played, as we did get to see that. Rhine as well. Diva as well. Those are the main three that I've been getting to say in between these squads. Sig could also get played here, depending upon what these two squads want to do. But yes, Saravasa. This is just going to be a one to watch, as hero bands are going to be next up here for this one. Here we go, hero bands. Malga and Bastion. Ooh. You know, let's actually talk about the kind of line here, right? Bomb Pop Ballers and King's Gambit banning some pretty good bans throughout this series. Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown taking out the Malga. The big old Samoan guns are not going to be seen no more. And the Bastion. Oh no. No more flying Bastion, that is. As I mean, this is crazy. King's Gambit, Bomb Pop Ballers. Those are going to be the two bands, Malga and Bastion here for these two. Let's go to our exciting map set so Naya could hype us all up for this exciting Avasa. Alrighty, folks, here we go. Map 5 in this map set. One being a draw, King's Route. Who would have expected it here? Might have just been the first draw that we've had here up in the playoffs. Who knows? I would have to get confirmation about that one. But Servasa going to be that map here, for the map pick here for King's Gambit. It's going to be one. I can't wait for this one to get started. Servasa, as I said, brings so much great compositions. Also, with how the teams have been aggressing, it's going to be interesting to see what they pick. The last couple maps have been all up in the favor of Bomb Pop. But can this be a life to live for King's Gambit? Here we go, folks. Servasa. Map 8 incoming, Naya. Oh no, Frost, please no. Oh, this is like a horror dream now. Alright, it's okay. I could do this, guys. I could do this. Alright, King's Gambit and Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown. Here we go up on the map 5 of Servasa Semifinals. First of 4. Both teams rolling out of the spawn door. Turget and Dabmaster. One rocking the JQ. One rocking the Diva. And the back lines here for these two. Kiri and the Cat. And Kiriko in the loop. King's Gambit. They want to start off strong here with the JQ comp. It's not going to go up in their favor. Diopside getting picked here by Dabmaster. Didn't you see me? We'll be playing the Tracer. Snoops as well up on the Tracer. So they will have some great rotation pressure to force out some nice abilities. King's Gambit, though. Gotta be careful. Especially of what this Bomb Pop Baller squad has been doing to you this whole entire series, right? It seems to be Snoops was standing still there. Could have been a disconnection, hopefully not. King's Gambit coming back up into this. They want to set up good. Fuzzy low. Turkey getting the pickup on the Dabmaster. Dabmaster out of this Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown squad. Didn't you see me getting low? Does have to force a recall. Oh, didn't you see me dying? Natara. Target. And now you have Bomb Pop Ballers flipping this one over to King's Gambit. And now this is where you gotta get started to get worrisome. Frost able to get the flashbang up on the Diop side. Frost once more up on the Snoop. And that's one way to get back up into the fight if you are Frost here. Making them shiver. As if they were eating a Bomb Pop. Bomb Pop Ballers with Frost ready to go really, really quick. Oh, with the combination of cats. Nice play there from Frost. Will King's Gambit be able to get back up into this one? 98% in counting. And Bomb Pop Ballers signifying that they are the team here to win it and move on to what possibly could be the grand final for them. It's not over yet, though. It's a high probability here up in this Servasa that King's Gambit could get back. But, oh, this is a carry of the bomb of the Sentry. And Dabmaster able to get Kenobi. What a sequence that was. Great work to calm that one. King's Gambit, though. Now, once again, the positioning didn't work up in that fight. Got read by Bomb Pop. Dabmaster doing a great job there, communicating the Crow to throw that one up into the line of sights of Kings. And that's how it was flipped. King's Gambit, though, coming back up into this next fight. Having 4 ultimates. Kitsune Rush getting popped here. Kitsune Rush up on the right-hand side. Bomb Pop Ballers, Meltdown. Oh, the JQ ult also hitting up onto Bomb Pop Ballers. As this is gonna be all blue. Gotta represent. It's King's Gambit now. Turning the table here. Putting the Uno reverse card up on this table of cards. As King's Gambit, they are set up for this next fight with 2 great ultimates. The Beat Matrix up in hand. Frost is up on a corner. Could be a threat. Didn't you say, mate? With the Pulse Bomb, Snoops as well with the Pulse. Who will be using Pulse first? It's a matter of who's the one that's going to be going quicker. Or who's the one that's going to be more patient. Turgan and Snoops doing a good job there. Up in that kill feed. Have that high aggression play. Into Bomb Pop Ballers. This is crazy stuff here. Diva Bomb getting popped here from Dabmaster. Frost getting low, but King's Gambit still staying alive here, as one it seems to be. That point percentage still counting up. Dabmaster, Frost. We're going to be heading to a pause here, as a ping is up in chat. Dabmaster was saying no. Okay, so they're... Dabmaster just wants the series to end. Maybe Dabmaster's backing me up. I don't know about that one, but yeah, you know, maybe Dabmaster's building an ego here. Maybe this is where Naya needs to start saying some things, right? Yeah, you know, it comes really up into these last couple games of the series, right? Even if you're up on match point, that doesn't mean that you're going to win the series right away, right? It's going to matter if you could still hold it. And Bomb Pop Ballers, yeah, they might just flip it, but now you have a 99% King's Gambit team up on this secondary of Saravasa that could easily recap this and make it 1-1 territory. Snoops, didn't you see me? Once more with the Pulse Bombs. Crow coming up on their ult. Kenobi and Turget as well. 90% in counting. King's Gambits. Here goes the contesting here from both the two sides. King's Gambit needs to be careful of Bomb Pop Ballers. Who's going to be the first pick? Crow able to find the one with the ult. And yeah. Oh, Kenobi and Mosey. But yeah, it's not going to matter. Bomb Pop Ballers, Meltdown. I mean, they must still be up in a freezer. Having this name of Bomb Pop and not melting out up on the field and staying strong, they must be cold, but they're playing good while they're cold. As we are approaching that summer phase. King's Gambit. 3 ultimates up on the board here for their economy. Kitsune Rush here from Kenobi. Wants to go in quick here. As Turget wants to also go. The upside with the pick up on the Crow. Turget up on the Frost here. Mosey up onto the Carrot. See how this flashpoint is going to open, and now King's Gambit is going to be up on this one here first. So once more, again, both the Tracers having the Pulse Bombs. The Lucio having the beats. And the Kiri having the Kitsune Rush. Frost and Diopside will have their ults. But here goes the Sojin Overclock. Frost with their ult. Doesn't find much. Will the Overclock find something for this King's Gambit squad? Pulse Bomb out. Doesn't find much. Bomb Pop Ballers. They have been falling short in numbers, but not so much more as this is getting recontested by Frost and their squad. And now we have to remind ourselves they just swapped to a Genji. And maybe that will make a huge difference here in this third point of Saravasa. Alright, so 13% in counting what could just be our last couple minutes here up in Saravasa. Bomb Pop Ballers, we know what they could do here. They could hold a point extremely well into the phase of King's Gambit. Didn't you see me though? Look at Crow. Oh no! You can't do that to a Lucio. Crow pulling Mosey off. And that's so unfortunate there. Now passing 64%. The Nintendo consoles no more. Bomb Pop Ballers. They're the only ones with ults right now. And King's Gambit, if you want to get back up onto this, you got to go immediately. It's match point territory. Here goes the Diva Bomb. Tries getting launched up in. Dabmaster and Crow failed to connect that one. Maybe this is the chance. Frost able up on the Snoops. King's Gambit. I think everything's fallen short for you. Bomb Pop Ballers. Oh no. And that's just how the series is going to end here for this one. 4-0. As just what a showing that was from Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown. I have to give credit to King's Gambit now. This squad, as I said, you know, kind of just wants to try and master performance, their positioning and rotation, and also match the tempo of the play of Bomb Pop Ballers, but having it be up in a bracket like this, it's been a tough one, and we just got to see it happen there. Saravasa now winning here for this squad. And we're actually going to take MVPs a little different here, as this is going to help Naya out, as I'm the only one up on the broadcast. Production team, can you do a really quick favor for me and hit the roster once more? Yes, Naya did know everyone's names, but I need to look at everyone's here. Personally, Bomb Pop Ballers, I loved what I got to see there from Dabmaster. But I also liked what I got to see there from Noctara. How much times have we seen Noctara as a support get MVP? I think as a support player, I think we got to give it to Noctara. Yeah, Noctara is going to be our MVP after this night. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing it differently here. I liked what I got to see there from Noctara, though. The Kiriko showing up. Absolutely nasty stuff. Great way to communicate with the team. I did like the cat there, but I felt just playing the carry is a more high mobility choice here. As Noctara will be our MVP for Bomb Pop Ballers. Gotta give respects to Noctara. Just what a star Noctara was tonight. I loved what I saw. As it's super difficult playing support up in these scenarios, especially up in these stages of the bracket, to push your team to that grand final. The rest of the line, though, did a fantastic job, but I truly do feel like Noctara got the job done well here and deserved the MVP for tonight's match against King's Gambit. Well, guys, this one's going to be all for this one, and it does finish up the week. It closes the week for us, but I want to thank Yafa for doing the production here, especially up on the broadcast, and Hastro as well, joining in for Yafa. As well, follow SPCS up on all the socials, or X that I always tweet about, right? Gotta get up on that SPCS, gotta get up on that. But as well, if you don't already follow the Twitter, go follow the Twitter. Go follow the Twitch. Go follow the YouTube. Go follow everything. SPCS is everything for the community and its members and its teams and its players and even its production members and broadcasters. But I've been Naya, and it's been a great series here. Hey, what's going to be a well-rested one here very, very shortly for me. But I'm glad to stick it out here up on this one. It's not always easy being a solo caster, but I truly do appreciate what you all have done for this matchup tonight. As staff, you all cooked, especially implementing me into another broadcast this week. Maybe you will see me for the intermediate grand finals. I'm throwing that out there right now. I think Wheezy is going to be glazing me. W Wheezy. Shout out to Wheezy. But yeah, no map 8. Glad that didn't happen. Because truthfully, if we were have gone to a map 8, Naya's voice would have been dead into the ground. And I probably wouldn't have gotten to spoke Spanish in my tomorrow's lecture of my lecture hall for my Spanish class. So I'm glad that I still have my voice here at the end of this one. But Actara being your MVP, and Bum Pop Ballers getting this one in a dominant fashion 4-0 against King's Gambit. I've been Naya, and if you want to stick around and follow me up on any other broadcasts that I don't just cover Overwatch, I also cover Rocket League. Yeah, a bit of a self-promo. Go follow my tag there up on the X. I apply all the action there with my broadcasting, and it's always exciting for my community and fan base. But yes, I've been Naya, and I hope you've all truly enjoyed this SPCS Series 4 Advanced Division Showcase in between Bomb Pop Ballers Meltdown and King's Gambit. You all have a blessed and welcomed night.